well, I don't know if you can hear me without the microphone. These slides were taken with the machine similar to that one. And so here you can see the multiple nodules in this thyroid. This is in the lower right lobe. If I may, next slide, you can see the vascularization. So this is typical of benign nodules. So you see all the blood vessels around. If I can have the next slide. Over there you see a small cyst of about 7 millimeters with small tumors protruding inside the cyst. That I don't know if we have a pointer. So
on the stand if there is.
this is the thyroid, normal thyroid tissue. This is a cyst, and this one is a small tumor inside the cyst. So you can say it could be 2 or 3 millimeters. This is the vascularization around the cyst and also around this small nodule. So these colors that you see is the blood flow. Next one. Okay, this is much worse. So here we are on the lower left lobe, and the nodule is about 3 centimeters. So 3 centimeters is this big. This is the remaining normal thyroid, and all this is bigger than the probe of the sonograph, of the ultrasound machine. So you see, it goes here, you can see all the entire nodule. Next one. Here we did some enlargement inside the nodule. So here you see the typical pattern of vascularization of tumors, where you have the neoangiogenesis. This is the neoangiogenesis I was mentioning yesterday. And these areas of the tumor are metabolically inactive because you don't see any blood vessel inside. So this is a typical pattern of the inhomogeneous tumor that you observe many, many times. Next one. I think I can, David is able now to show you all the results from the hematological point of view.
And it's wonderful when you get really good data like this, a case history where you get all the measurements, and you're going to see the increase in the CD4 counts, particularly relevant, of course, in HIV and other related diseases. So let's move on to the next slide. So in subject number 1, CD4 was 372 cells per microproliter. And after the Bravo probiotic, the CD4 count went up to a quite amazing 853 cells. That is normal. That's a healthy level. 372 is just above 8. 853 is a healthy person. And we also got an increase in the CD4-CD8 ratio, which went from 1.8 to 2.2, another excellent result. Okay, and total T lymphocytes went from 681 to a massive 1,270. So we know this was a highly successful case. Let's move on to the next screen. Okay, so natural killer cells, NK, cytotoxic lymphocytes, and they attack tumours. Let's move on. And the natural killer cell count went up from 165 to 397. That's more than double. In 10 weeks. Excellent result. Let's move on again. Okay, let's skip this one. So, I think we know what Bravo probiotic does. We know it's food-based Gcmaf. It's MAF you can eat. Because the fabulous thing from our point of view is it means we can now attack nations like England and Guernsey, where we get threatened to be thrown into jail, without fear of being assaulted, abused, closed down, threatened, jailed by the authorities. It's amazing. If you want to kill people with any kind of treatment, it's legal. Chemotherapy, radiation, any kind of poison is legal. If you want to cure people with parts of their own body, it is completely illegal. Killing is legal, curing is illegal under the medicines laws of most countries. That is how corrupt government is. That is what we are fighting all the time, and that is the reason that although we present all this data, huge numbers of people are simply not interested. And we've had this video on our website for 6 months now, for the first time in the world, showing time-lapse photography of cancer cells being completely eradicated by your own immune system, a worldwide first in the field of cancer treatment. It is the answer to curing cancer. No one is interested, not one government has stepped in. And probiotic yogurt is a way around that. So this is the last formal session. There's only the workshop left, I think. Professor Ruggiero will be doing transchronography in the corner of the room here, and showing not only the effects of Gcmaf on the brain, but how the brain can be healed and improved with the same machine. We'll be having a few drinks in the bar, we'll be having dinner, we'll be around all afternoon. So feel free to stay if you wish. We've all enjoyed having you along immensely. I've been overwhelmed by the response. I can't thank you enough for all of you for coming. Thank you very much.